Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Clip It podcast, episode 47. And we're back. A little later than expected, but we are being somewhat consistent today, which is good. I'm trying something different today, doing a lot more stuff in the recording side of stuff. So in theory, there's less editing to do, but knowing me, we'll see how that goes. There's also a slight visual change, but that's just to make it easier to identify different people. You'll see in the you'll see. It's
I'm terrified.
I don't know. I've just made it simpler. Is the best way I could say it. I just wanted to go for a simpler style. And yeah, we'll just see how that goes. So yes, episode 47. We're getting even closer to the big 52. Don't know why that number's important. We're way past a year old now, but we're just gonna stick with it. So yes, today I am joined by the two fantastic, delicious, and Agent Oink.
We got two deliciouses here.
I know, it's outstanding. I can't wait to speak to the other one, but
make a nice change.
I was so close when I went through that little period of just not doing podcasts to make the first one of me, just the first podcast back, just me, like doing a clone sort of joke, of just me talking to me on a podcast. But I didn't do that in the end. I think that would just be boring and shit.
It'd be something.
It would be something. You're not wrong.
Which is why we've decided we're now all speaking to each other's clones to shake it up a little bit.
Oh
today.
My god.
Crazy.
That's insane.
Can't believe we got this working.
You can clearly tell this one's planned today. Yeah, no, I really, after doing the first one, I really got back into making these podcasts. I really got back into the mood and wanted to make them. And then I just thought, wouldn't it be funny to not have a plan for the next one and just ramble?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I don't mind
I
a
like
bit of
rambles.
rambling.
You support that?
Big rambling fan, me.
Fair. Not gonna.
Alex, the Rambler, specifically.
Yeah.
Double awkward. I'm making references that you won't begin to understand, but
No. Do I not have the IQ
rude.
levels?
no, unfortunately
True.
not.
Oh, but what a month. Wait, when did my last episode go up? What a couple weeks it's been.
God.
Look,
Yes.
we did that podcast. We did episode 46. Or when was that? Middle of January? Maybe even a bit before. And I didn't get that up until about the 28th. So that's, yeah. I'm still planning on doing what I said in that podcast anyway, and looking back on it in a year's time. We'll see how that goes. If this channel is even a thing by then, who knows?
I hope so.
Yes, no, let's hope it is. I am excited to see where it goes and what we do in general. Might have a house.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice, yeah, I know I'm buying one tomorrow. But yeah, no, yeah, we're just gonna ramble today, I guess, for an hour and a half and see where it goes. There's lots of topics. One of them I really want to avoid.
Damn, that's not very podcasty of you.
Yeah, just wait. Look, there's a lot of controversy going around the internet on one subject. You probably all know what it is.
It's the bloody internet.
That's true. But one that's come up recently, mainly today actually, because the game comes out today on PC and PlayStation. I
Oh,
think.
really?
And
Okay.
I assume on all consoles. I know it came out. If you pre-ordered the special bundle, you got
was
it
it like
72 hours
pre-orders?
early.
Right.
The normal version comes out today. Came out half an hour ago, in fact. I'm not going to say why I know that. So there's that going around the internet. What else has happened? I'm trying to think. I had something on my mind this morning at work. Thinking.
Oh, no.
Look, I think all the time at work, never anywhere else, just at work.
Mm.
And honestly, that's where I do all my thinking. I genuinely think it's my biggest downside. So I get home and I'm like, oh, I can't be asked to do anything. I've done all my thinking.
Right. Okay.
It's the biggest problem these days.
That explains a lot.
Yes. So. No. Yeah.
Bloody hell, it must have been thrilling if it's
I couldn't think. Okay. I'm sorry. I can't think
So-
right now.
What I'm understanding is our next podcast will be set at your place of work, and we're just gonna have to like blur the background.
That would be. Yeah. What we'll use is we'll use your computer with your version of NVIDIA Broadcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we'll turn on the eye tracking and the
Oh, that's
background
awesome.
blur. Let's
That
see
is
where that
very
gets us.
fucking funny. Have we spoken about that on the podcast yet?
Oh my god, we
I'm trying to
haven't.
think if we did.
No,
last
we
time or not.
didn't.
Okay.
We didn't. I know.
Oh,
I don't think we spoke about it in the detail that we recently. Oh, I say recently, but when we had our fun with it and what we found it's really good for. TV shows.
Yes.
In particular, one TV show we've been on. Those two have been watching. I've been watching every now and then. And yeah, that's just. It's such a.
so fucking funny.
It is, and I made a slight mistake. And there we go, fixed it. And yeah, no, it's been fucking fantastic. So for those who don't know, maybe a lot of you, NVIDIA Broadcasts, I don't think it's an official feature yet because you have it on a bugged ass version.
It's in beta and in
Okay.
like Cyrillic as well, isn't it? Or some
you
some
you two know more
unknown
than
alphabet.
Yeah, it is out now in beta, as far as I understand. But
I hope so.
I'm fairly certain we got it early, like by not by like a day, and we're not even sure it's the same like version as the one that's like out in beta, because it's just
Yeah.
written entirely in Cyrillic for some reason, even though the rest of the program's in English, and
And
it's
I'm not meant
just
to have it because I just
like
in theory. I
yeah,
don't
and
have a
it's not meant
graphics
to
card
be
that
enabled on
supports
your
it, but
GPU.
hell yeah!
But
I hope I get
it's
the
there,
video
and it
upscaler.
works very well on Stargate SG-1. Highly
Yes.
recommend.
I'm trying to think. Is there any shows
Absolutely.
that we need to watch? Oh, okay. This is gonna ruin it, but we have to try it on Clarkson's farm.
Oh god, yeah. I forgot
Imagine
that
if it picks. I
God.
doubt it, but imagine if it picked up the animals.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've.
It likes
trained it
very
on
humanoid
animals.
things. No, I don't think they did.
It'd be funny if they did.
It likes very humanoid things, but it's very much looking for like human face pattern, not necessarily like the rest of the thing to look human. So like from what we've tried it on in different random stuff, it seems to do okay when you have like games or TV shows or whatever that have like humanoid things in them. As long as their face is pretty humanoid, it can adjust that. But anything like slightly wrong with the face or fucked, it kind of to struggle with.
Yeah, we've played around with how cartoonish and unrealistic we can get it to detect.
Oh yes.
And I'm trying to think of the one I got that was like questionable. I think it was because I wanted to see if it would pick up those like fake eyeglasses, the ones that the jokey ones you wear when you want to sleep at work, sort of thing. And those kind of worked because they had a humanoid eye, but there was no face to it. And it kind of picked up the eye, but like it was a bit cursed how it did it. My favorite one was the one Alfie put, which was Brandon Fraser crying, because they just fixed his face, which was quite
Yeah, that was
amusing.
good.
Yeah, that did surprisingly well, Matt. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was quite a good one. Like that avidly made the face look better. But yeah, it's still cursed. And watching it with. See, my favorite one was when we were watching Stargate and you put background removal on, because some of the scenes were just the funniest thing ever. And it was when, what was it? I don't know what you put in the background, but you put something in the background and then the trucks just came out of nowhere because they just suddenly got detected.
Oh.
That was the funniest fucking thing I have ever seen. need to do that. Yeah, Clarkson Farm certainly. And you said that came out all
I'll
in one
give it a
go.
for you. Yes, yeah, all the episodes are out at once, which is I thought they would, but
I wasn't
good
aware
to
they
have it
did that, but
confirmed.
fair, yeah.
Hmm.
So when does that come out?
It's out.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, I thought you.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Oh,
saying
fair.
that all the episodes are out.
I didn't realize
It's
it
released
come
at
out.
once.
Was it
Funnily enough,
today?
actually, Phelan knew that all of the episodes released at the same time before they came out. He actually works for Amazon.
Wow, he
Hell
is
yeah.
Clarkson.
Hmm.
I have not.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. We'll have to watch that at some point.
Oh, tonight, hopefully we can make a start.
Yeah. No, true. I'm not doing anything apart from this. That's. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm interested to see what they do with this one. Apart from, I hope it's not just the same, but with cows. Same story. Same.
Oh man, if cows are in it, that'd be awesome.
Well, have you not seen the trailer?
No.
Oh, spoiler.
God damn. Well, come and see the cows. I love cows.
Sorry. I've just seen an article that says that time Among Us accidentally violated the Geneva Convention.
Oh
Accidentally
god,
my
yes, with the fucking Medbay Plus.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Every
okay.
game on Earth putting the plus in and then being like,
Yeah.
oh wait, we have to change the color.
Fair. Remember that time
Well,
Call
hey.
of Duty broke the Geneva Convention?
I remember the time
Yeah,
I
I
broke
saw
the Geneva
them-
Convention in Call of Duty.
I saw them tweeting about that, and I was like, is it going to be one of the interesting ones, or is it going to be the one that literally every video
Mhm.
game has done? Like, yeah,
Hmm.
no, okay, it's the classic.
Sorry, I've also just seen an article here that says EA has reportedly cancelled its single-player Apex Legend game, and I look at that and I'm like, isn't that just Titanfall? Titanfall is basically just Apex Legends. If I'm not wrong, they're in the same
know-
world.
Yeah, like, kind of. I think they're like cross universe. Yeah, I think, and like, there's definitely the parallels otherwise, but like, they're not like one to one a single player version of the same game. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, fair.
They should bring back
fucking-
Titanfall. Titanfall was a good game series.
Uninstalled Apex earlier, actually.
You had Apex installed?
Shut up! I'm not doing this again. I installed it because Charlie played it and I think maybe streamed it like once or twice. And I think there was a squad size limit. So I sat there patiently waiting. And then just like, alright, I'm off for the night.
I'm
And then I
sorry.
played it.
I
Nah,
just
it's all
don't
good.
enjoy
This was
it.
so long ago.
But that's
Oh, thank
oh,
God. Okay,
so-
no, that's good then.
I don't
Because
enjoy it
I'm
because
glad
I don't
I
have
haven't
people to play. But if you were gonna play
Oh,
it,
well, no. That's all right. I'd rather play like Call of Duty.
The
either Mobile
problem I
War
have with
something.
Apex,
Mm.
and this isn't to diss Apex, it's a very popular game and it's popular for
It
good
is.
reason. But I don't think a single fucking soul on Earth enjoys Apex for Apex. Everyone enjoys Apex because they're playing with their friends and it's the only good battle royale. And it means like in its genre,
Mobile.
it's good. In the scale of all games, it's honestly not particularly inspiring, right? But just because it's in that genre and that genre suits particularly well for competitive type players and for playing with friends, it just like it ticks those boxes and therefore people like playing it.
Mm.
that's fair. Yeah, no, I think that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
And the characters are good. Like I'll give them credit in that regard.
I
that
like the.
They do a lot of great work on the like lore universe characterization
Yes.
side of things.
And I like the actual like how different each character is, sort of thing, like ability wise. And they haven't like tried to push forward to bring 18 different types of characters in like most games like to do these days. Yeah, no, Apex is I don't know. I just never really vibed with the game. I don't know. I never really enjoyed it as much as I felt like I should have. I like battle royale games, but there's just not that many good ones to play these days that people want to play.
I just like this is my opinion. I'm
Rumble
not trying
First
to,
is the
like,
best game.
put words in anyone's mouths or anything, but like I just don't think a battle royale is that interesting a genre. It gets old super fast for me. When I'm
Mm.
thinking of like my favorite FPS games are Overwatch 2, whichever version number you want to give it. Like
One.
I like
Better.
it. The reason I like it is because it implements more other games, like more MOBA ass type stuff into the game. Again, I do personally prefer like 6v6 and Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2, but I get that the majority of the population don't, and that's I still agree that like Overwatch 2 is the better direction for the game's health and longevity and success financially and so on. But
Mm.
like Apex and any other battle royale, they just get a bit bland because sure you can have variation between the characters or heroes or legends or whatever you want to call them in whatever game you're playing. And sure you have the variation of picking up different guns, but there's no variation in like the gameplay.
Mm.
You know, it's still just a battle royale. It's like has Apex changed map? Is it still the same map? Like I think
Oh,
it's still
not
the
a
same map,
clue.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you're still on the same fucking map. At least you know
Mm.
you've had other great success stories of changing the map. That's gone really well. Everyone loved changing the map in that game. Um, and it just sort of you end up in this just like, well, yeah, sure, you know, one day I'm playing different character, different thing I can do, but then it's just sort of like, I it's been a while since I played Apex, but I don't think there's enough like it just doesn't have enough variance after if you put enough hours into it. It's just like really boring. Fortnite's popular, I think, again, not because battle royale is a good genre, not because people like the building, just because it's easy to play, easy to grasp game mode with all fun characters in it. Kids and shit like playing that game because it's got all of the characters, it's got all of the crossovers, you know, go fucking dunk on the lobby as Goku. Like that's perfectly fine for a game to be
Yeah.
that. Like it's just but I don't think it's like an amazing thing as a genre just in general. It's just kind of
I would say the
yeah,
best battle royale game I've ever played is
Rumbleverse.
no, Minecraft Hunger Games.
True.
Best.
Yeah, I do want to
Mm.
shout out Rumbleverse. Can we
I'm
just
so
can we just have
sad
a
that that's closing
moment of
down.
RIP Rumbleverse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A minute
That
silence for
is
Rumbleverse
such
and
a
Knockout
shame.
City. I really
Mm.
wish I played more Knockout City.
Knockout City was fun as fuck.
Well, then again, we still
Yeah,
can
it's
play it.
very
It shuts
fun.
down in July, I think, or June.
I uninstalled it
So plenty of time
as
to
part of my
reinstall it. It's only like 10
true.
gigs. I don't know. It's not the
It's like
biggest, to be
20
honest.
or 30. That's why I got rid of it.
Oh, fair. I don't remember it being
Again,
that
like
big, but
half of the
It's not
problem as
huge. I
well.
just want more space back.
I think
I'm
this is
starting to get
actually
close
kind
to
of
it.
a. I'm gonna
I'm
just
up to
keep talking over everyone as
664
well.
gig now.
I think this is kind of a problem with PC gaming on games like Knockout City. I think a game like Knockout City, where they've gone, hey, we've had this little idea for a fun little competitive game, and you play it, and you're like, damn, this is scratching that part of my brain. This is pretty fun. I like it. It's super fast paced. It's engaging. It's quite exciting. You're having a good time.
Mm.
It's great. The problem is that, like, there are better competitive games on PC. I just go play a different one, and
yeah.
so I don't wanna play it. Even though I think that game, what it does is really good, it's like if I'm trying to scratch that competitive itch, I could just go play a different game, e.g. Overwatch for me, right? And I don't know how they solve that, because I think it works better on console, where people are likely to spend less hours or have, um, more variance in the games that they play. They swap between different games more often, I think, than people I don't think people, like I feel like if you're on a console, you're more likely to like sure you might play a lot of like Call of Duty or whatever as an example, but you're also likely to buy current hit games, you know, historically on a disc, now probably in the store or whatever, right? And try out a lot of things. Whereas I think on PC there are a lot more people that main just one or two games
Mm.
just permanently. And with Knockout City, I thought that game was awesome. I super enjoyed it. I like kind of wanted to play it more, but then when other people like weren't quite as interested, and it's just like, well, it's like, I could just not though. You know? And that's unfortunate because even though I think the game was literally just really good, it's just you still just don't play it in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, but it's still a
Although
great game.
maybe if you make the funding model of your game free to play and requiring people to be constantly playing it and paying into the game through microtransactions, battle passes, etc., rather than using a box model and then people don't play your game, maybe that's why it fails financially. Maybe if fucking Knockout City had launched not free to play and was a fucking $40 to $60 game, it would be financially successful and it could still have servers going now.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Wasn't it a paid game? I don't
No,
ever remember it being free to play.
it was like fucking like 10 quid or
I
something, wasn't
swear
it?
it was on Game Pass. That's why I barely played it.
Who knows?
Like
But I do know when Google
Rumbleverse
loads.
is free to play in that game.
I think it's free to play on Steam.
Is it? Wow. Okay. Did they go free to play?
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently they went free to play at some point. I still don't think it was that like expensive when it launched. I swear to God, it was like
I remember it being like,
£15
yeah,
or
15 quid.
$15
It
or
wasn't the
something.
most expensive. I just don't remember it being free to play. So that was obviously a little bit after.
Yeah, that's when I
June
got it
2021.
again.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I lie. I think I got it in like an Amazon Prime thing. Then it went free. I don't know which order it was. Fuck it.
So it went free to play in season 6, which is June
Currently
8th.
costs £18 as of whenever this Eurogamer article was written.
Yeah, they
Okay.
did a couple different
Okay.
things as well. Apparently, where at one point they did like free to play until level 25, and then they just like committed to
Okay.
free to play fully.
They
And
did
then
free to
yeah.
play till 25 near the start, because I think that's when I joined you guys for it, and then quickly capped out at 25. I was like, oh, you can make like no progress at all.
It's been a
Oh,
long time.
no, I
But-
swear it was a
that
lot
was
less
it.
than that,
That
wasn't
was
it?
what annoyed me. It wasn't that it locked you to the level. It was you couldn't play once you hit level
Yeah.
25. That was it.
I know, I think we convinced
Which-
you
I mean,
just
yeah,
get it on
that
Game
would be
Pass.
kind of necessary.
No,
Or that
it kind
model.
of fucking sucks.
It sucks, but it would be necessary for a free to play model, which is the shit model and it shouldn't do for that sort of game.
Nah. Yeah. World of Warcraft. I don't know. Actually, I was gonna say it wasn't like that, but it's been years since.
World of Warcraft is a very different style of game, I think. When the entire rest of the player base is backing up the game financially with a subscription model, I don't think it matters so much if you have a different free tier. Whereas if you have
though, to be fair to them.
a free-to-play game, like, you can't just let people, like, continue playing for free without, like, trying to incentivize them to, like, pay into your monetization somehow. And again, I just generally think that free-to-play is a terrible idea for any game that isn't getting millions of players. If you are not Fortnite, if you are not Apex, if you're not Call of Duty, if you are not Overwatch, don't.
If
You
you don't
need
have,
millions of players internationally to make free-to-play work.
yeah, if you don't have a big backing house or somewhere that you know you're going to get at least a set amount of numbers, free to play is just is a useless way to
Forcing
go.
games like or not forcing, but pushing games like Knockout City and Rumbleverse into that style of model, it sets them up to fail. It just really does.
Mm.
It's like
Hmm.
they're not going to get the player base to sustain that. Like you just need to have things. And like Rumbleverse, I really liked watching a lot of content on that game. I thought it was super cool, super unique. The main thing that like I didn't want to play it for was just Battle Royale. I was just kind of burnt out, but I definitely probably would have picked it up. And it's the only real gameplay I'd seen from it was during the playtest, and they already announced it's shutting down. And like all I've really seen has been playtests.
Mm.
And it's sort of like, damn, that sucks because it never really had a chance to get started. But I feel like if that game had launched box model, I probably would have considered buying into it. I probably would have been like, I might not necessarily play this right now, but I like what these devs are doing. I like the style that they're going for with this game. Yeah, I'll pay 30 quid to buy it now, pick it up, and then if a couple friends join down the line, we can play it, right? Like,
Yeah.
and that's a much more financially viable model, I think, than not doing that. But
Well, I think the thing with box models, you're kind of not insensitized, that word, but you have more of a reason to want to play the game because you've bought it. You know, if you got a free to play game, if you don't like it, sod it, you want to install it. No financial loss to you, nothing. It's literally just some time gone. But if you buy a game, you don't really like it, you might pick it up every now and then to play it again or try see if there's a new update, or you might just play it a bit more and see if it is something you would like to enjoy. But you're more likely to play a game that you buy than if you just download. So yeah, it's unique. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm sad they're both going. Who knows what happens? There's lots of games I'm looking forward to, and I hope none of them go down the free to play model. I doubt they will, but we'll see.
the key thing
yeah.
about Rumbleverse as well, I think is such a shame, is that it was such a fucking entertaining game to watch.
Yeah.
I do wish more people had picked up on it for content. Because again, we're like Fortnite. There's only so many fucking Fortnite clips of someone shooting the same person with the same fucking scar with the same absurd building over the screen that you can watch. Who cares? It's boring. Rumbleverse, you get to watch like stupid, like cartoonish characters doing stupid fucking wrestling moves and like throwing people into trains off the map, off buildings. Like it's just fun. It's silly, goofy fun, and that's just sad to lose.
I think, yeah, and like something I will agree with, because you mentioned it earlier, it kind of goes down the battle royale line. Is these big companies are trying to all make battle royales, and they just don't last. Like Ubisoft made one. I think it was like Everspace or whatever. I can't for the life of me remember. And they made one. It lasted all of like 5 months, and it just went like that because nobody played it. It was nothing unique. It was just a typical battle royale shooter that nobody cared about. I even played it. I streamed it for a little bit. So I was like, this is a cool new game. It wasn't any different. Which is just the disappointing side of it. Yeah, no, it's hard to say. But yeah, well, rest in peace, those 2 fantastic games. One's that we'll never be able to play for a while. Yeah, look, they might come back in some form. Who knows? Nothing ever disappears, but we'll see.
Yeah, and this is another sad topic. That's a modern thing. When we moved from disc to online games, I mean, like literally originally when you could first install the game
Mm.
online, like launch of Steam, launch of Battle.net, like that era.
Mm.
Like most games that had multiplayer, quote unquote, not really comparable at all, but what was the closest thing we had at that era to live service games? Were they receiving probably at the time DLC, but what I'm going to refer to as like continuous updates
Mm.
and stuff like that. When they stopped and the servers went down, if they had like public servers, you could host a server locally because every fucking game would come with the ability to host a server locally and play with mates because that was a standard thing in FPSs, in just everything. It was pretty normal and pretty expected. That's not a fucking thing anymore. If Knockout City died because the publisher and whoever runs the servers and the developer aren't in a situation where they can keep those servers running financially, let me play the fucking game, the last version of your software product, let me run it on my PC, and let me create a local server to fuck about with some friends or something like that,
Mm.
right? That's just not gonna be a thing, and that's another sad thing of, like, modern game design and the way we do a lot of stuff is it's you're not allowed that option anymore. It's a lot of agency has been taken away from people because we start designing things around just always online, live service, and then you lose just any control.
Yeah, like our favorite game, Battlefield 1942. You know, we get to play that
Yeah, not
whenever we want.
2042.
That
I'm
game
so
seems to be
glad
doing
that we
better.
can still just roll with it.
They finally added classes back to 2042. So, bonus.
Ah,
Wrap up the game I pre-ordered and spent way too much money on and haven't played since. They've added thermal sights as well. They're not broken. I kind of in the mood for 1942 again, but I'm trying to think. Did I ever? No, you don't have 2042. Well, how did I? No, I never played with you. No, that was the beta. Yep, that's what
Yep.
I'm remembering. We played on the beta. Christ, the good days, the good days. Ah, well, is there any games anybody's looking forward to in the next month or two? I'm trying to think if there's any big games coming out in the next month or two.
BattleBit Remastered, in theory, should be Q1, Q2. So hopefully
Not
we'll be
bad.
seeing that pretty soon.
I'm gonna reword this again. Any big games people are looking for?
Yeah, BattleBit. It's going to be huge.
Yeah,
It's one letter of Battle Big. So
that's true. That I can't, say you're not lying there.
yeah.
Let
I
me
know.
just go
Let's
look
have
it
a
up.
look. I'm looking at what games are coming out. ASP2, but we sort of discussed that.
Wait, when's that coming
Yeah.
out?
That's this year, I think, at least, isn't it? I hope so. Been long enough now.
Coming on the 24th of February.
In
Is
early
it?
access, yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, it's coming out soon.
But
Yeah,
again,
I only know
like
'cause
we
we
said
spoke
on the
about
last
this before.
podcast, it's
Yeah, I don't
literally just
remember.
KSP1, the early access. Like, there's nothing
Yeah, but
new
like,
with
I'm
it.
interested in like to see what they
Well,
like if they improve on some of the stuff we're saying we would want to see improved, like
Yeah,
in the past
Mm.
podcast, and to see where they take it like longer term.
yeah. I'll send it over to them, and they might listen. Destiny 2 DLC. Pretty sure there's been one of those every month.
Resident Evil 4, that's a good one.
Peppa Pig
Oh,
World
shit, I
Adventure
forgot
comes
about
out in
that.
March.
Minecraft Legends,
I
that'll be
wonder how
interesting
much
to see.
money those games make.
The Last of Us comes out in March. I actually can't wait for that game.
Mm.
that comes out on. Oh yeah, I forgot that comes out then.
The Telltale Expanse series that I'm looking forward to mostly because I'll be playing it in Discord.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good, good.
Minecraft Legends comes out in
Me.
April. I'm actually kind of interested to see how that game is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It will exist in my mind.
As well as Dead Island 2 that comes out in April. I'm actually quite
Hell
excited to play
yeah.
that. We have to do a co-op playthrough on that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I still want to do a co-op playthrough on Dead Island 1 with you at some point. Pikmin 4
yeah.
comes out on the
I'll
Switch.
do another one. Do another fucking Dead Island run.
The day before supposedly comes out in November. That game's going to be delayed another 15 times before it ever comes out. Have you guys heard about that?
Starfield is still
yeah.
officially set to come out this year, right?
Starfield?
Yeah. Yeah, first half of 2023. Okay, it just wasn't listed on like
Anything.
Metacritic, PC Gamer, or IGN's list of upcoming
Cool.
game releases because apparently they just forgot about it, which is slightly surprising, to be honest.
I'm interested to see how that game is. I'll probably play it. There's no planned multiplayer, is there?
No, maybe? I don't think so.
I don't
Not
think
sure.
so.
Like, it definitely isn't launching, but I'm not sure if they're like planning on it down the line.
Arc 2 comes out at some point this year. You get to play as Vin Diesel. No, sorry, you get to play with Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, back to the day before Christ. The controversy that happened on that was fun.
Oh yeah.
Got taken off taken off Steam.
No, give it back to Twitch.
It got taken off Steam. I can't remember the reason. I want to say it was a copyright dispute or something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't have the rights to the name.
That was it. Yeah.
And presumably still don't. I've not heard any updates on that.
I don't
I've only
think
heard
so.
the rest of the
But
stuff that's come out since.
Because we hear so little about the game, everybody was like, "Oh well, this game doesn't exist. They're gonna delay it inevitably." And then they came out of gameplay, which I'm not gonna lie, the gameplay does look nice. It's scripted as all hell, but if this game ever does come out, it looks cool. Very much like the Division mixed with Daisy and a few other aspects of other games. But I just don't ever believe it's gonna ever come out.
I don't know.
It's one of those things I would like it to, but I don't think it will. But that was funny because like everybody was panicking, or not panicking, but everybody's like, "Oh well, this game's never coming out. It's being delayed constantly." And then what do they do in response? They bring out gameplay. So, what can you say?
Well, as far as I'm aware, they were meant to be releasing gameplay earlier than they did, and then then came out of the legal stuff. And I think that's really when the speculation picked up.
Yeah.
And then they did eventually get round to the gameplay, which I don't know. I've not really seen in detail. I've only seen a few little clips.
Yeah. Again, it's not like fantastic. It looks cool. It definitely looks cool. It's not a new concept, but if they can execute it well, good on them. It might be a game I'll pick up or try. And talking about games,
Ooh.
The Last of Us TV series has been doing very well.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was the greatest transition I've ever done ever. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's a show I'd love to watch with you two. I just know nobody gives a shit.
Okay.
Damn. Well, if you want to watch it, we can watch it. The new episode comes out tonight.
So bloody hell.
Not tonight. I think it would be early hours of the morning for us in the UK.
We could do
it. They're showing the newest episode early because it's the fucking whatever the big football thing in America is called. I can't remember now. Super Bowl. The Super Bowl on Sunday. So they're not showing it. So they're releasing it early because they're like, well, we want people to watch it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. What shows? This is a question. What shows would you like to? What games would you like to see as shows or TV movies?
Overwatch.
Battlefield 1942.
That's
So
already
me and Belen
made.
just list our games, our go-to games.
Saving Private
Most
Ryan is
predictable
already.
answers.
Mm,
Fair. Because I genuinely, if Halo wasn't a thing, I know for a fact would have said Halo.
sure. Yeah.
So this is gonna sound like a slightly odd one.
Oh.
Dead by Daylight. I'd like them to take some of the original characters or one of the original
Ah.
characters they've got from Dead by Daylight and make a slasher movie.
Okay.
Nothing. Like it doesn't have
Do
to be anything super ambitious. Stick fairly, down to earth with it. But I think that could be cool because they got some cool properties in there, like the Dredge and that. I think you could make a cool movie out of that.
It's a fantastic movie name as well.
Um,
Mm.
and like I said, like I said Overwatch like semi jokingly, but like genuinely, I want them not in like everyone always thinks in the style of cinematics. Like no, like that wouldn't be possible. That would be an absurd amount of work. But like
Good.
just like an animated series or just something for Overwatch because the characters are cool,
Yeah.
and they're popular. Like it would be good for the game. It's honestly astonishing to me that it hasn't happened yet, but there you are.
Yeah. Well, like they did stuff with League of Legends and that worked perfectly. So I don't see why they couldn't.
Video game adaptations into like movie TV is also just becoming like more. I mean, movies have been doing it for a while, but the recent video game adaptation movies have been fairly successful. And the TV stuff's been like not happening until more recently, but it's also been successful.
Question. I would say it's 50-50 at the moment. TV at least. Halo, Last of Us good. I'm trying to think of any other TV they've got as TV animation adaptation.
Yeah.
The new Super Mario movie's
Ooh.
looking good. I'm actually quite excited for that film.
I want to
Why?
see. I
'cause
want
it
to
looks
see
good.
a Crash Bandicoot sitcom on TV.
I would watch that any day.
There are some
What
fucking
the
hilarious
that sounds
characters.
awful.
How?
Yes.
No. It sounds amazing. Like you could like recreate Seinfeld, but with Crash Bandicoot
Yes.
universe is what I'm saying.
Yes. No, I agree with that. That's 100%.
And then get banned off
something
Twitch for being transphobic. That was funny.
Yeah.
They did a mocking SNL. They did like a mocking version of The Last of Us but with Super Mario, and everybody was like,
Why?
why did they not make Pedro Pascal Super Mario in the new Mario film? Apparently they made a petition. I feel like that's a little late now, but I appreciate people are trying.
My favorite thing with the fucking Mario film is that like everyone's making fun of Chris Pratt about it, and that's good. It's a net good to the world when people make fun of Chris Pratt. But specifically, my favorite part that I find the most funny is how much like development hell it went through on the animation side of things, to the point that Nintendo is now making their own animation studio to make the second one. That specific bit of trivia about that process is so funny.
They're making a second one?
Yeah, so like Nintendo always planned to make multiple, and they got like so pissed off at the whatever animation studio they work with that they're making their own animation studio now for movies.
Wasn't it Sony?
And that is, knowing Nintendo, probably not a good sign. Because if you know anything about the animation industry, I'm sure that those people were treated very fairly, and Nintendo's problems with them are completely legitimate.
Yes.
And not at all because they were like, actually, can we completely redo this entire scene in like a week, please? Like, no, no, we cannot.
Well, I'm looking forward to that film. I think it's going to be a
Yeah,
fun one.
it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna necessarily be a good film in the
It's not going to
traditional
be a
sense, but I think it's going to either be that or be a good film in that it's fun to watch, even if it's a shit film.
yeah.
It's gonna be one or the other.
It's going to be like the opening scene to Halloween Kills. It's not meant to be funny, but
Yeah.
it was fucking
That was
funny.
awesome.
I need to find a gif of that still. That was such an unintentional bit that I'm so glad they just did it, and just committed to it. Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to be like a good, because I personally think that Detective Pikachu was a great film, story-wise, and it was a cool concept. I don't think Super Mario is going to be anything like that, but I think it would just be a fun film to watch. It's got a good cast.
What if Ryan Reynolds had voiced Mario?
No. That's all I'm going to say. No.
I'd support it.
I think the best casting is Jack
Terrible.
Black as Bowser. I think they couldn't have got anybody better.
What about Jacksepticeye as Mario then? Because Jack Black and Jacksepticeye are friends now, so
Yes. Irish Mario. Oh, then you got the hot. I don't know why you saying Jacksepticeye, but he did a stupid TikTok where he was doing fucking voice lines for Rick
Oh
and Morty.
shit!
What are they gonna do with Rick and Morty?
So I'm ignoring your question to change the topic completely because this is so important to talk about. TF2 is getting a full update.
Oh,
Have we
yes.
not mentioned this yet?
Have you
I
not seen
forgot about
that?
that. Yeah, I mean,
No.
no, yeah, I've seen about this. I just like hadn't thought about mentioning it. That's gonna be awesome. That's an upcoming game thing I'm excited for. Honestly, mostly just to see what the fuck they do with it.
I
But
was gonna say I don't think you played TF2.
I don't like TF2, but it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
fucking
it's interesting when
excited.
you've got a game that's been dead for dead from a content side for fucking 10
development
years
side,
now.
absolutely.
Like and they're just like, oh yeah, we're releasing an update, new maps, new everything, just literally just millions of new things. Like we're pulling a bunch of community workshop content in as well. Like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
Hell
pretty
yeah.
pog.
it's gonna be interesting.
100%.
Other weird dead thing coming back for revival. Linkin Park just released a new music video and music song.
Wait,
and
what?
song. Yeah,
Oh, like, so this is the thing. I don't think they ever will. I'm kind of sad they'll never tour again. I respect it. Whoops. I respect it, but I'm kind of sad because they're one of the ones I would have loved to have seen live. But I don't know. It makes sense they're still making music.
Yeah.
well,
I'm
that's the
not upset
thing.
about
They're not.
Okay.
They were doing a Meteora 20th anniversary album,
Yeah.
and they were looking through their hard drives, and they found an unreleased song that they'd made that they never got the final cut. And
it
it's
called
got
Lost?
Chester's vocals on it. Yeah.
Okay.
And because they're like the prime focus, and in 20th anniversary, they're like, oh yeah, we'll release this as like a little honorary thing, in memory.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And I've not watched it yet because we're on a podcast, and I just saw it about it, but I was like, what the
damn.
fuck? There's a new Linkin
Yeah.
Park song.
That's pretty pog. It looks like they've gone for an anime music video, which looks pretty nice.
Yes, is interesting.
No, that's decent. Again, like that's one of those like there's two bands I'd love to see who don't tour at the moment, and that's Linkin Park. And yes, they technically don't tour as a full band, but they tour as a different name, which would be Rage Against the Machine. I think they're just called Rage Against when they don't tour with their singer.
Damn.
I genuinely, that could be completely wrong, but I want to say that's actually how they do it. But those are the two ones I'd love to see live. I know Rage Against the Machine were meant to be live at Leeds, but one of them got COVID, so I had to call out. Or something injured, so I don't know, something like that. I doubt it's COVID if it was like that. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, I'd love to see those. Anyway, you went away from a topic I wanted to talk about.
Damn. We're jumping
Sorry.
back and forth so much. I come up with little bits to add, and then we're fucking back to the last one. I don't know where to go.
I'm genuinely curious to know what they do with Rick and Morty.
I'm not.
I like something I said to my friend, which I think would be a fantastic idea, is every, I don't know, maybe season would be more realistic, is they just have different voice actors to play with the whole, they're going to different universes. Because that's how I feel like they're just going to play it off, is, the voices are different because it's a different Rick and Morty. Because they've done it before, sort of thing. They're not afraid to, like, just, sort of like, play at themselves and joke at themselves. So I could definitely see that. I think it would be interesting if they did different voice actors, or even just got famous people in every now and then. Just, I don't know, play. Rick and
They
Morty.
could get really meta with it, and they could have like Rick domestically abuse his family and then be removed from the show, and then you could
There
have
you
like
go.
Dan Harmon filling in for the voice of Morty for that one episode, and then he gets removed for like sexually abusing a staff member, and then
Would
yeah,
you?
and then
Would
you could
you?
just get rid of the characters entirely.
The thing is, as bad as that is, I genuinely feel like they would do that.
I don't think they would.
They've still got, because the Adult Swim have paid for I think 72 or 82 episodes, and I think they're only halfway through that at the moment. So they've got a lot to go through before they can really. Oh, I doubt they'll exit because they need to get their money's worth. So we'll see. I don't know if they'll just get people who do the similar voice and just not like acknowledge it. Who knows? I'm just interested. I genuinely think it would be fun though if they did different characters every time. I think it'd be funny. Anyway, you want to say anything, Phelan? It's just been nice to this whole podcast.
Fucking hell, I don't know where to fucking go. I was just gonna say musically, if I heard right, I think Elton John's retiring. Is it after Glastonbury this year or something?
Oh really? How old is Elton John?
I don't know. Old.
Me and Cass were watching The Kingsman where he was in it, and Cass didn't know he was in it, so that was quite funny.
Oh yeah.
I spelled Elton John Elton Joan, and it still came out with Elton John.
75 years. Good damn. Okay.
Jeez. Good on him. His music not really what my cup of tea, so fair enough.
Damn. You
I'm
bastard.
sorry. No, that's he's had a hell of a life, I think people can say.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Got a few more movie game adaptations that are being looked into.
right,
Um,
Resident Evil.
of course, there was the Fallout one they announced a while back.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. I
which
forgot
I
about that.
completely forgot about. Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed sets, pictures sets. Like they showed a recent picture of is it the Red Rocket, the garage that you come up to in Fallout 4.
Oh, right.
They
Yeah.
showed off a picture of the set. It looks pretty good. So
I'm just having a look. What the fuck? So there are
Borderlands.
plans.
Just remember, Borderlands is a
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
There are plans to try and adapt It Takes Two into some sort of
Okay.
film. As far as I can tell, it's not like anywhere near as finalized as even like Fallout is or Resident Evil. I forgot that was out.
Do you have to watch it on two separate screens, and you have to describe what's happening to
Yes.
each person?
That's a great idea. We should do that.
I mean, they've done that with movies before.
Oh, that's awful.
What was the like? I
don't
should
know
know
what
this.
they
Or
did.
anyone that's like slightly older than me is gonna be pissed at me for not remembering this trivia because this is like every like middle-aged person's like game show trivia thing. There was the movie where like almost every screening was a different ending, and then everyone was like, "What?" And then it made like a big
I
media spiral. 'Cause
love that
everyone
idea.
was like obviously reacting to different things, and it was a fun little joke from their part. Well, not joke. It was like the point.
No, I
So
love
they've
that
done
idea.
similar
I'm just
sort
gonna
of
look up
stuff
like
to that.
film with different endings.
Yeah.
We need
I've heard of that.
We need film with like choices where we have like buttons in the seat in the cinema, you know,
Mm,
so we can on the fly, you know, get a Telltale film out. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I like the idea of that. No, yeah, the Borderlands film looks. Sorry, TV series. I hope it's good. I like Borderlands. I feel like they're gonna butcher it, but we'll see. Another one where my favorite character. I think Jack Black's playing Claptrap in that. If I'm not wrong.
Oh, so apparently Clue in 1985. I'm gonna read
Hell
into
yeah.
this because I'm looking at like literally a Quora article. So let me
You
get some like context before I.
No, you've used up your one question of the week.
The film's okay. The film's initial release featured various different endings, with one of three possibilities sent to each feature. Theater. Don't know why I said feature there. Sorry.
Because it's a feature.
The film initially received mixed reviews and did poorly at the box office. Well, that's a shame. That's awesome. Yeah, and that fits the theme so well. I thought it was going to be like some crappy horror film. Where,
I mean,
like,
I think that's
they did
such
it,
a
but
good
no
idea.
Clue.
I wish
That's
more
good.
shit did that.
Yeah.
I want Marvel to do that with their next fucking like, you know, major. Just release the next Avengers film and like randomly have different members of the Avengers die or something. Like, can you imagine how fucking funny that would be?
Oh, it would be fucking brilliant.
Everyone's coming out like tweeting with their spoiler tag out here, like, yeah, no, I
Hell
can't
yeah.
believe that this has happened, and everyone's like, what? Definitely become more of a thing.
Mm.
No, I would
Yeah.
love to see that. Actually, there's a film coming out in the cinemas next week that I want to go and see. So, I'm trying to think of other things, other games. I don't know, because Borderlands, Fallout. I hope they do well, but I feel like it's going to be fucked over.
Yeah, maybe.
The Last of Us season 2 is confirmed. If anybody cares about that.
This is a bit of an odd one.
Mm.
Or do I actually say this because this is going to sound kind of absurd? I think you would need to
Minesweeper.
you would need to you would need to prototype this a lot to make it work.
Wasn't that a college humor sketch?
I think so.
Probably. But I think you could make a Life is Strange style character with whatever ability
Mm.
work as a TV show somehow, but it would need a lot of like prototyping to get it right. But I think that could be doable.
You obviously can't make choices live during that, so you have to email them at the end of each episode with your
Oh
choices.
shit!
No,
And
actually, you
that's
say
what they
that.
release.
A fucking TV show where you how would they do that though? A TV show
don't know,
where
well,
like you have a
Easily for
questionnaire.
streaming.
You have a questionnaire at the end, and like whatever the majority vote on is the next episode, sort of thing. Like what happens in the next
Whilst
episode.
researching Clue, I was reminded of I think it's like Bandersnatch, which was a Netflix thing. I think it was a Black Mirror, yeah, an interactive film.
No, isn't okay. So there's also another thing with Netflix, and you might have to search this up because I can't remember what it was. It was semi-recently, but they made a show where each episode is name of a color, if I'm not wrong, or something like that, and you can watch it in any order, and it will always
Oh.
begin and end the same, or always end the same, or something like that. So if I'm not wrong, I think the first and last episode are the same, but you could watch all of the middle ones in any order, and it would still make sense. I remember that being a
TV
show. It was a Netflix
Um,
thing, if that makes it any easier for you.
Oh, probably, absolutely, yeah. Episode names, colors, you know. Duh. A search, I'm sure, will return many results. Have a look. Is that actually
I'm
what
not
the
so
show's called?
sure.
Colors.
Hang on.
I'm not so sure this could work amazingly well as a movie, but maybe as
Kaleidoscope?
like a. I guess that would make sense for the name.
Mm.
Maybe as a what's the word? Like a thing you go and see at a cinema theater, but it's not really like a movie. But I think you could make a cool like show out of like modern Doom guy from like Doom 2016, Doom Eternal. Get a nice score going on that. Make some sort of like thing out of it. Like not a full movie, not a TV series, but just some sort of experience that would be best like
Yeah,
seeing at a cinema where you've got good audio. I mean, that could be fun.
100%. Let's not talk about the Doom film they already made with Dwayne the Rock Johnson. That was something. Yeah, no, I could see that. I would actually really like to see that.
I mean, the problem with any film with Dwayne Mr. Rock Johnson is that every single role he's ever played would be better if it was played by Dave Bautista. So,
Oh, much better, man.
like, solves Doom. Fixed.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah. 100% agree. I love that human being. He's a fantastic example of what someone should be like.
Half-Life?
Uh,
Make a Half-Life TV show pretty easily, I reckon.
oh,
Well,
absolutely.
like, not like easily in terms of the
Yeah.
production, but in terms of adaptation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the universe can adapt easily.
Portal would be an interesting one.
Oh god, this is a weird tangent. I got recommended the fucking Portal short film from years and years and years ago. If you remember that fucking thing.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, it was like a thing when it was early when it came out or around. I don't fucking remember what it was for. Some games event or whatever. Some shitty short film. And I got recommended it. And I was like, God, it has been fucking years since I watched this. So I watched this, and all the fucking comments are like, "Wow, this is amazing!" And it's probably one of the worst short films I've ever watched. I think it's worse than like university student films. It is fucking just shit. But it's just shit because like the standards have improved so much since then on short films. You know?
Yeah.
But it's just like God, like oh, I don't know. It just it was just a funny little tangent.
Films, TV shows from games. I know we've mentioned this many times. I'm so disappointed at how bad Halo was. It could have been so much better.
I'm just fine with it, honestly.
I think it could have been so
Yeah,
much
I think
better.
you're the first person, Charles, that I've ever heard like be that
I just
negative
don't like
towards
it.
it. Like
I-
again, people weren't raving about it. Like, don't mistake me, but yeah,
Yeah.
most people I heard were like kind of like feeling like yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, I
It
think
was okay.
I'm just disappointed. I think they could have done better. Is all.
Yeah, that's true.
Forza. That's it. They're making a fucking Gran Turismo film. How's that
Oh,
gonna
yeah, I
work?
keep forgetting about that.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! They're making a fucking another car game film of some kind, aren't they? Which one is it?
The Crew.
Imagine.
What's up? What's the scope of this film? The film's the size of America. Like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
No, that's Fuel. Fucking, what is it? I don't know.
I feel like I'd heard about this. It was like it was like one of the F1-y games or something was making a movie.
F1 2021. Um,
Maybe I'm just going insane. I might just be going completely
you
insane.
might just be thinking about Gran Turismo.
I don't think I am.
Don't know. That was a Need for Speed one, but
Yeah, with Aaron
it
Paul.
was.
Oh, if
Yeah,
it's got
I
Aaron Paul,
forgot.
then that's gonna be good.
No, it was not, and
It's
I
still
completely
good.
forgot it had Aaron Paul, or rather, I didn't even realize. After seeing him in other things,
Yeah.
it was very much just Need for Speed by name. Like I don't know what they'd have done to tie it into any of like the games, but it was very just. It's some street racing.
They need to
Like,
make a
it could have just been
film
the
on
Fast and Furious
FIFA.
one.
That'd be a great adaptation.
Shut the fuck up.
I want to find out this fucking film Alfie's on about.
Yeah, I'm having a look, but I'm.
Yeah, I was trying to look it up, but I googled like video game car movie to try and get like
Yeah,
it's
I
about
got
cars.
Reservoir Dogs when I did that,
but-
so I'm not sure.
You got Reservoir Dogs. I got Cars, as in the Pixar animated franchise, and it's just all that, and it just I'm realizing this is such a terrible idea to search, and I need to like think how to reword it.
So you got Transformers Borderlands.
Holy shit! The Cars game is on Steam. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
what a that
learning a
game is
lot.
fantastic.
Oh, this is awesome. All right, I might add this to my wish list. Okay, I'm not quite convinced about the user-defined tags, but
Oh no.
I'm
They're
the
making
reviews.
interesting. They're
This is
making one on Death Stranding, which doesn't
You know what,
surprise
let's get
me.
it on my wish list.
Yeah, aren't they? Because they're doing the second game and a film, right?
Yeah. And Days Gone. That's interesting. There's supposedly a Firewatch film.
Do you know what I think Hideo
Yeah,
Kojima
that
should
kind
do?
of makes.
No, I don't know.
Release a movie that's just like him retweeting stuff, because his Twitter is like just him retweeting random fucking other people and like shit that he did, and it's kind of just not. It's pretty boring. I feel like it would be very funny if he just released a movie that was just you sat inside a cinema screen and had to watch a Twitter timeline for 2 hours while you just retweet stuff about Norman Reedus and stuff.
Fair.
Mm, fucking-
I've just found out that apparently there's been literally a decade attempts on a Minecraft film set
Yes,
to
but
be.
how's the fucking FNAF film going? Sorry,
Because the Minecraft film was announced. Do you not remember that? It was announced years and years ago, and it's just been delayed.
So
since.
it started in 2012, and then in 2014, it got back, and in 2015 they fucking hired I can never pronounce his name, but Rob McHellen or whatever, the one that's with Wrexham now, the football team, with Ryan Reynolds.
all right.
He
yeah.
was set to direct it, and then someone else is directing it with Jason Momoa so the most recent one is Jason Momoa is going to be in it, and it's set to be live action. I just don't see this going well, but yeah, that's an interesting one I didn't expect. There's a Just Cause film.
So a live action Minecraft movie. Sorry, can we just acknowledge that?
Yeah.
So what? Jason Momoa is gonna like look at the camera and be like, "Wow, I'm feeling totally blocky right now," or something, and then we're all gonna laugh.
I mean, he's gonna.
And then a
block
creeper's
everywhere.
gonna get exploded. And then
Damn,
we're gonna.
Bull gets the fucking end
Fuck's
credits song though.
sake.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, I take it back. This is awesome.
This is such a good.
So yeah, the most recent stuff with Five Nights at Freddy's is Matthew Lillard is involved in it now. He plays
They
Purple
began
Guard. If I think.
filming the FNAF film. Hang on, what?
Yeah.
Filming began on February 1st, 2023, literally a week ago. Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, if I'm not wrong, Matthew Lillard plays
It's gonna be
Purple
so
Guy.
crap.
Not if Matthew's in it. Not if
Shut up.
Shaggy, our boy
Stop
Shaggy's in
giving
this film.
Stop giving actors like just a way to redeem films. It's not happening.
Yes,
It's gonna be crap.
it's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
great.
watch it. Probably not
Um,
in a cinema, but it's
Apparently, there's a Just Cause film. If they do that well, I think that'd be a fantastic film. On the other side of the
You know
spectrum,
what they should do? They should make a film on the Hitman franchise. That'd be cool.
they're trying to make a film on the Just Dance franchise.
God, the Hitman films don't remind me.
They're trying to make a Rabbids film. Sorry,
Well,
what?
what's the real question though, Fayan, is did Hitman on screen hit lower those than Hitman on games? The game, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like the games are worse. At their worst.
No, no.
I
Disagree.
I'm just
Sorry, I'm finding out how many games there are related to fucking cars and planes now, and they're all in like their own separate packages, so I can't add them to my wish list apart from individually. Apart from if you were to get me the Disney Games Mega Pack bundle, which is currently 215 quid.
Jesus Christ.
It's-
They're trying to make a Duke Nukem film. Right, I think I've heard about this.
like
How's
that's
this
a
going?
fucking Bolt game? What? Sorry,
This
I'm getting
This is almost certainly not as much a thing anymore because it's just like not how modern game selling works. But like, I'm
Mm.
trying to think back to my childhood and imagining me getting any like major franchise property video game anywhere but like secondhand in a charity shop or something.
Yeah.
Or like
Mm.
maybe if I was super lucky, pre-owned in a game. You
There's
know,
a
like I ain't going to buy
GeForce
a
game?
first-party Disney
Why?
game.
Who fucking thought GeForce game was a good idea?
Ah.
How has it got more reviews than the Wally game? What
Wait,
is going
Oh,
on?
GeForce.
when
the
you
one-
said
is G-
GeForce,
Is GeForce
I
the one with
thought
the guinea pigs?
Yeah.
when you said GeForce, I first thought you meant that Nvidia were like releasing like a video game, and then I was like, "Oh right, no, you mean the fucking balls."
What the?
No, that would be fucking brilliant. Sorry, they're trying to make a BioShock TV show.
Oh,
Yeah, that's been
okay.
ongoing for a little bit.
That
now,
would
I
be
think.
good, I think, if they do that well. And also until Beyond Good and Evil, that could be good.
Mm.
So, yeah.
I will absolutely stream all of these Disney
yeah, no,
games just as a.
I've seen gameplay of GeForce, and it's fucking fun.
They're all £15, 49 pence. It doesn't matter when they were released. Like
That's
a
mental.
lot of them came out, I think, in 2008, if not earlier. Tron 2.0 came out in 2003. This looks so trash, but I want it.
That's
I lied to
fucking
you. That one's
brilliant.
actually £7.19. Finding Nemo
Right.
£7.19. Well, if you want to get me a cheap one to go with my other fish games.
Yeah, one day.
These look so shit. Oh my god, I really want to play them.
Nice.
Just
Well,
keep this in your mind, because like I said, you can't add bundles to your wish list, which is annoying. So just keep in mind the Disney Games Mega Pack.
right. Disney Games Mega Pack.
The same as I'm keeping in mind all of the Call of Duties in case it really goes on sale, so Alfie has to play them all on Discord. One day it's gonna happen. They're gonna like
they're not.
misprice it, and I'm gonna be
No.
on there.
It's not happening. Not
Call
it
of
will
Duty
happen.
Black Ops 1
I will
has
spend
been
£100 at some point just to get you to play them all.
all the Call of Duty games.
Yeah,
Oh wow. I'll
you've
watch
got to
that.
be there.
No, I
Yeah,
will. I
see?
love Call of Duty, so I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
So what I'm hearing is we could split this when it goes on sale.
Uh, I'll buy them on my
Yeah?
account, so I could play them, and then I'll let Alfie use my account.
Damn,
That sounds about fair.
that could work.
I was gonna say because I've got a good majority. I've got a good majority of them anyway, so I've got Modern Warfare 2, 3, Black. I don't have Black Ops yet. I have Black Ops 2 and 3. Maybe even Black Ops 4. But Black Ops 4 doesn't have a single player, so that makes no difference. Oh, sorry, no, Black Ops
User tags were a mistake.
4 doesn't. Oh, they are. Oh, wow. Anyway.
How do I? Oh, I can add these all to my wish list really quickly by double clicking there. Oh, they're all going on. My wish list is now fucked.
Can't wait to buy you a
Actually, fuck
present.
it. Yeah, I'm taking off the Lego ones. Like that's boring. Like we know what the Lego ones are going to be. They're going to be decent.
Yeah, and that's
Everything
my
else,
job.
though. Okay, hell yeah, we still need to play more Indiana Jones.
Yes, and then the countless other games I bought.
Yeah, and the load that are on Dolphin.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think unless you just fucking went too crazy, but anyway.
I bought the Humble Bundle, and I don't think I bought any more on Steam.
Ah, okay.
So, anyway, is there any last things we'd like to talk about?
Damn.
Coming
I don't even gonna
right there.
fucking talk about the Chicken Little games. These look
Oh my god. Wait, is there a what? I was gonna say
There's
Mickey Mouse.
2 of them.
What's the Is that Stuart Little games?
Oh,
There's
there's
absolutely Stuart Little
there's
games.
gotta be Stuart Little games. I'll have a look if they're on Steam, which is the main.
That is fantastic.
Okay, I'm looking up Stuart, and Star Wars: The Old Republic is coming up, so it's not boding well. Followed by Stardew Valley. All right, I'm gonna look up Stuart Little games before.
Stuart
you...
Little does cameo in Stardew Valley, to be fair.
Does it?
What? How canonically? Is this just a
Non-canonically.
mouse? Okay, yeah. Like, what are we?
Stuart Little's a rat. Come on.
It's true. It's not a
Oh.
rat.
Don't do
May
him
as well
like
be.
that.
Wow. I'm gonna write a letter to you.
He had
Also,
2
could
games
this
on
is
the PlayStation 1.
this
It's
is
not really-
a sudden slight topic change, but
Don't
I
worry.
want to know your opinion. If you were to get Ratatouille,
I
right?
found 4 Stuart Little games.
So you had a little Remy under your hat controlling you, right? Would you want to get rid of that, or would you just like live and let him have control? Because I feel like I'd just be like, "Fuck, that's awesome! I don't have to like do anything. I've got a rat to do it for me now. Great, right? Oh, I've got to do fucking housework. Yeah, just turn the rat on for a bit. Fucking, zone out.
Turn around for a
Okay,
bit.
so you'll still be tired after doing it.
Yeah, but I don't have to do it though.
You do.
No, the rat's doing it.
The rat's doing the thinking. You're doing the physical work.
Yeah, but I'm not having to think about it, and I don't have to worry about it. I can just be sat there chilling and not even conscious, basically.
I think I'll just step on it.
Damn. Okay. The fuck?
Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
that was a
Oh.
fantastic ending question.
I might be about to buy some Disney games. I'll let you
Oh
know.
my
No.
God.
Right, before this gets too far, let's close the podcast
No.
off. This is obviously a
Don't
bad
ever stop me.
influence. This is obviously a bad influence. So, yeah. This has been a fantastic episode of the Clip It podcast. And hopefully the new overlay thing works.
Nah.
It's just cleaner. It's the best thing. But no, thank you two so much for being here and causing me a headache in Disney World. I can't wait to see what the hell Phelan has to play. And
Aw,
I can.
man.
I'm interested. There's no more Wallace and Gromit games, so I'm sad.
Well, it's not true.
But no, it's been an absolute pleasure, you two. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching or listening. Forget this episode on podcast websites like Spotify and Apple Podcast and Google Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as always, have a good evening, good day, good night, or good morning. And we'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra.
I really need to piss.